Good morning, guys. Unfrequented World, bright and early. We are heading out to the park that we found in the last video. 1912 wheat cent. Kind of has me intrigued what other old goodies are lying around. So let's go check it out and see before the heat of the day what we can find. So while we drive there, I just want to give you guys an update. I've really been working hard on getting a new detector, and I'm really torn. I can't make a decision. Really, this has been a 2-week ordeal. I've been back and forth, researching, reading. So with my contacts and pricing, I really wanted to go the route of the Deus. And they have a new machine called the Oryx, the ORX, which is a gold machine. And I thought, hey, that would be great. Here in Canada, we do have places I can go north of here and we could look for nuggets, be something different. And let's just say price roughly around $850 plus tax. For that price, you're getting a machine that's not waterproof and doesn't have all the functionality of the Deus. And why I say that is you can get a Deus Lite, which just doesn't have the remote, but has the earphones that you plug into the console. And I think it's about $50 more. So I'm really torn if that's the road I want to go. I know the Deus is a good machine. And then I look at all my options and I say, well, that's not a waterproof machine. And the Simplex just keeps jumping out at me. We can get a Simplex in Canada here for $350 without headphones, $450 with headphones, and I can get it a little cheaper than that. So I had a macro, as you guys know. Any longtime watchers of the channel know I ran a macro for a season and a half. I loved it. It was just noisy, and that drove me away from the machine. But in terms of what it could find and the depth that it would go, I don't know that a Deus would be any better. And if the Simplex is, you know, 3/4 of the machine, and I hear and I suspect that it's basically a Nocta macro, multi-cruiser, with a dumbed down software version. I think it's going to go just as deep. Maybe they've cleaned up the noise a little bit. For that price, guys, and waterproof for that price, oh, I don't know. I should borrow stands and just try it, but I'm torn. I'm just going to use you guys as a sounding board because I really do know what to do. I just need to talk it out. I do try to run the channel as an investment that sustains itself. So if we want to go on a trip somewhere, I try to make videos that leading up to that trip will pay for the trip. If we want a new piece of gear, I try to make videos that are in that vein of the piece of gear, whether it's photography, whether it's metal detecting, and I get those videos to pay for the new equipment. So that's kind of how I justify buying the toys I buy, by doing the work I do on the channel. Logical side of Gary says just buy a Simplex. It's waterproof. You get your wireless earphones. You don't have to pay $400 for wireless earphones. Like the Deus just seems a nickel and dime, everybody. I don't know. We will get back to this subject. Maybe you guys will see me with a new Simplex. But the detector snob in me says Deus, Deus, Deus. If you're going to have one that competes with the Nox, it's got to be the Deus. But in all reality, that's probably not true. We're almost at the park, so I want you guys to vote down below. Should Gary buy a new detector? What should it be? Or should Gary just save his money, and when COVID restrictions lift, we will take the traveling Gary show on the road? Let me know in the comments below. We are at the park, and yes, I'm going to use my Princess Leia earphones. These worked so well with the Nox last week. I'm still waiting for my Akis to come in. So let's just use these. They should pair right up in seconds, so let's do it. So I really want to find an old silver at this park before I get too excited. And there's a lot of junk, and it's all deep, 10 inches plus, in that 20 range. So they could be coins, could be good things, and I could waste a lot of time. What I'm going to do now is something I never do. I'm going to just scrim the machine up to 25 and we're going to look for silver coin only. I'm not digging anything under 25 for the next hour, just to see if I can pinpoint an age. A definite, is there a solid possibility here for silver? First hole. Can it be that easy? I hope so. Gary's coin cheater mode worked. There is an old silver. Man, is it thin. I don't know if we can get a date off that. That's a dime. Got to be Canadian, early 1900s. I'll see if I can get a date. Well, I can't even positively identify that as Canadian at this point, guys. It's so thin. Maybe if we take some macro photos at home. But hey, that is old silver. We are on the board. Well, crusty penny, but down there 9 inches. And from the layer of crud on it, it could be old. Well, not as old as I thought. 1964. Well, it's not all peaches and cream with the new, well, the old earphones. They just disconnected, fully charged, and they powered down for some reason. I don't know. But turn them back on, put them in pairing mode, and bam, they're back on the Knox. So that's one good thing anyway. Well, American 1934 Wheatie. Too bad those last 2 digits weren't reversed. Look at that, solid 30, 32. If that's not silver, I'll eat my Knox. Hey, it's silver colored, close enough. Well, there's a 1947 Canadian, and it's in excellent shape too. Well, I guess good is in the eye of the beholder, and it's a good thing I didn't say I'd eat my shovel, because that rang up just like a silver coin. 1940. Look at the shape of that one. It's got a real concave, I don't know if it was hit by a lawn tractor or something. It's dented in the middle, but man, is it in good shape. Say hello to my little friend. When you live in North Bay, Ontario, these are shad flies, and we have a season for those as well. They stick to everything. Well, I didn't tell you guys, but Stan told me I had to go on a 2-week self-seclusion because I was digging pennies out of the dirty park downtown, and all the junkies spit, and he says I'm going to get COVID. So he's not detecting for 2 weeks. Well, Stan, I just found some Mermaids Make Waves hand sanitizer here, so if you want to come hunt with me, buddy, I'll use it. May cause prehensive tail growth. If so, discontinue use. No, you don't want to use that, Stan. "9:30 in the morning and it's 32 degrees. It's blistering out here. Rang up like silver, 35, but real loud, and I was expecting this to be like a goalpost or something. Check this out. I don't know about age, but check this out. I've never found a buckle like that. What era is that from? Look at that. Is that 1920s, 30s, 40s? I have no idea. I was not expecting that at all. Pit stop as I go by the garbage here. We'll unload all the heavy junk and carry on. That's responsible detecting, people. All right, 2 hours in the park, guys. 12 pennies, a couple old ones in there that are worth cleaning up. 1 silver, which I will try to get a better picture of if we can date when I get home. And look at this, a relic. I was not expecting to find an old buckle like that with this latch piece still. I've never found one with that intact. So I'm going to do some research and see if I can figure out what era that's from. I'll clean everything up and take pictures for you guys. But for now, due to the blistering heat, that's it for today. Well, I've got this dime home, guys, and I cleaned it up. And you can see there's a bust right here, but it's facing to the right. So I got my book out, and I was like, I'm pretty sure the Canadian dimes, our King George dimes, face to the left. And they do. I've even got an old Elizabeth here. I don't think. That's an ugly woman if it's a woman. Okay, I've got it here. I had to go into my quarters because I don't have the right date. It's not George on here, it's Edward. Edward the 7th. And if we look at Edward here on this quarter, Canada quarter, 1910, 1907, he is facing the proper way. So it's Edward facing to the right, and that's what we've got on this dime right here. You can actually see the top of his crown. There's a little cross right there, and the bust is definitely facing over there to the right. So I'm going to say it's like a 1900 to 1910 Canada dime. So I just want to thank everybody for sticking around and watching. There will be more to come. I'll probably be going out some evenings this week when it gets a little cooler. Lots of adventure to come, so stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching.